Hello, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some Obi-Wan Kenobi news for you today. I always find this stuff to be quite interesting. I did enjoy The Mandalorian. Obviously, Disney and Star Wars, not the best. I have my sort of thoughts on Disney and Star Wars in general, but I enjoyed The Mandalorian for what it was, and I think I'm more sort of fascinated to see where they go with Obi-Wan Kenobi as a series. Mainly just because a lot of this story has been told. Now, a lot of people say, no, absolutely it hasn't. Now, of course, the story hasn't been told. There's lots of stuff to do and all this kind of, loads of stuff, basically, people are sort of querying that could happen. But I do feel like a lot of the stuff that they're planning to include seemingly refutes what we know of his life. Like, it's kind of rewriting the story for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I'm all for. Like, hey, whatever, I guess. At this point, it couldn't possibly get any worse with Star Wars, could it? Let's be honest. So, there's a few things to go into here. One, the Tatooine set has been revealed. Now this, as far as I was aware, was actually in the UK, because there was a massive issue with where they were filming this, where they've built the set. A bunch of the locals in the UK got really angry about it, because it was too busy. It was set in the English countryside, and British people don't like their English countryside being messed with, basically. So there was numerous complaints about it. And then just the weird rumour mill. Basically, Ewan McGregor's grown a beard back, and people are like, oh my god, Qui-Gon Jinn's coming back. And I'm like, what? So that's what we're going to look into today. Side note, I do have to say, ladies and gents, I am selling a Blu-ray. It's the Blu-ray of Black Fields. Now, I released Black Fields here on the channel. It's available for free. You'll find it linked down below in the description box. But the Blu-ray is a very limited edition thing. So it's sold from the 3rd of April to the 3rd of May. Never to be sold again. It's got Black Fields on it. It's got Bjorn and Frida, prequel story. It's got an hour-long making of behind-the-scenes movie, documentary about interviews, footage, etc. Concept art, the soundtrack, you name it. It is all on that Blu-ray. So check it out. There's a link down below in the description box and grab it whilst you can. Please do. Support original filmmaking. We always bitch and moan that, Disney do this and Disney do that, and we're getting rehashes this and rehashes that and remakes this and blah, 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 that. But you got to support original filmmakers on top of the complaints, right? Anyway, let's have a look, right? So here we go. There's a little synopsis here, not major. The story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat. The downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. Now, fine. I guess. I don't understand what that really goes into detail on here. To me, I don't see how that pertains much to Anakin Skywalker. Like, we know he's on Tatooine. This is the footage. It's a great looking set, by the way. Like, the set looks awesome. We rag on Disney Star Wars, but they do build great sets. Can't complain about that. These sets are exceptional. Now, from what I know, this was in the UK, but it's a really sunny day, and we haven't had many of them recently, so I'm not overly sure. But I know that they've at least built a set in the UK, whether it's for this or Cassian Andor, I'm not 100% certain. Because when the news came out that they were building a set here, I was very confused. Because I thought to myself, well, like, obviously it rains a lot here in the UK. It rains an awful lot. It's not like year-round rain, of course, but spring, does it rain? Yeah. In fact, we had snow a few days ago. Does it rain, even in summer? Yes, it does. And I was thinking to myself, well, if they're building a set, it's going to have to actually be a solid set, something which is, physical, practical, fully real. But this does actually look that way. I need to find the article, the news clipping of everyone complaining about Disney building a set in the countryside. Because this, to me, looks like a disused quarry. Because they built up the sides there, if you can see that. It looks like a quarry, but I don't think it is. So I'll look into that and let you guys know. But like I said, the set looks great. I mean, it's very Tatooine, isn't it? It all looks like Tatooine. You know, it just looks like an outcrop in a desert planet, I guess. It's nice to see. Can't ever complain about their sets. They build fantastic sets. Always like the look of these doors, to be perfectly honest. Almost reminds me of Lego. But anyway, I digress. What do you think of that? What do you think of the set? Let me know down below. And here we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor is rocking a familiar beard as speculation mounts about a Qui-Gon Jinn cameo. How have people linked the two? I don't understand. It's so odd. Now, obviously, they're not 100% linked, but I just don't understand why someone has paired this up in the same title, basically. So, let's check it out. There's a huge amount of excitement for Disney's Obi-Wan Kenobi event series, and with Hayden Christensen confirmed to return as Darth Vader, and rumours of flashbacks to the Clone Wars, there are bound to be some big surprises. Will an appearance from Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn be among them? At one time, Qui-Gon, returning to teach Obi-Wan how to become a Force Ghost, was canon, but will that play out on the small screen as well? In an excerpt from the new Skywalker Family at War book, it's revealed that it took the fallen Jedi Master a decade to learn how to reappear as a Force Ghost. Before he and Yoda had parted ways, the old Jedi revealed that Obi-Wan's beloved Master Qui-Gon Jinn had returned from the netherworld of the Force, manifesting his conscious mind even after death. It took 10 years, but eventually Obi-Wan was able to commune with his dearest friend, resurrected within the cosmic force. With this series set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, something tells us that this breakthrough could lead to whatever mission Kenobi ends up finding himself embarking on. Maybe. I don't get that is the linchpin of it. Why is that what makes people think that we're going to get a Qui-Gon Jinn cameo? You've got to remember, Liam Neeson was basically, like, I'm not saying people should be cancelled, but he was basically cancelled a few years back because of what he said about walking around a street ready to pounce on black people. You know, he was cancelled for that. He had movie roles stripped from him. He's just been wasn't doing a great deal anyway, naturally, because of declining stardom, I guess. But he'd had everything stripped from him. So I don't know whether I can see him appearing in this. Disney are very careful about these things. I mean, they just got rid of Gina Carano, for God's sake, for posting memes and like commentary. You know, this is someone, again, he said the words, like, I get the intention behind what he was saying, but I'm thinking from Disney's hypersensitive perspective, I can't see Disney having him on. But I could be wrong, obviously. And then everyone was going crazy because Ewan McGregor's got the same beard. Yep, beard world, ladies and gents. We're talking about beards. This is what I'm doing now. Talking about Ewan McGregor's beard. What a fucking sad act. But yeah, look, this is to do with his, you know, he's a big biker. He's had series in the UK here about him, you know, going on bikes around the world. Quite good series, actually, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, people are just going, oh, he's rocking the same beard then. There you go. That's how he's going to look in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And yeah, that, in fairness, that probably is the case. Like, that makes a lot of sense. He does have to have a beard, let's be honest. He's living like a hermit in the middle of Tatooine. So there you go, ladies and gents. What do you think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, give the video a like and a share. Like I said at the start of the video, cop yourself a limited edition Blackfields Blu-ray. Anyway, thanks so much. Take care.